has Denzel, the black media darling, switched over to the alphabet mafia, or do we all have our lines crossed? Let's watch this and find out.
Gotta ask you about Denzel Washington. Seems so disappointing. He's the star of Gladiator 2. He's gone on record for some odd reason. I actually kissed a man in the film, but they took it out, they cut it. I think they got chicken. I kissed a guy full on lips, and I guess they weren't ready for that yet. I killed him about 5 minutes later. It's Gladiator. It's the kiss of death. Denzel Washington, one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. He's like black folks' version of Marlon Brando. Why is he now? Who am I thinking of? Now he's turned himself into Rock Hudson. What? Your thoughts as a woman that, you know, Denzel Washington felt like it was necessary to share that he did, you know, I guess as being an actor, they did the kiss of death back in those times. That's where the idiom or the catchphrase comes from. But, you know, Denzel, someone pointed out to me this morning, it's like, so Denzel Washington wouldn't kiss Julia Roberts on camera, but he would a man, and he would talk and brag about it. Your thoughts?
Jason, I could have gone my whole life without knowing that. And it's so disappointing because it was also presented to me that over the course of his career, he never did a sex scene or any type of strong kissing out of respect for his wife. So you live a whole career that way, yet you go and kiss a man. And what's also frustrating is that they all feel like they have to pledge allegiance to the alphabet mafia. And that, you know, when people have said they have to do this ritual, years ago, I thought, okay, maybe that's not true. But apparently it is, because in some form or fashion, they always have to let you know, I don't hate the gays or I don't hate the trans. I'm really a friend. And it's frustrating because I think we all know people that are gay. I have some people that I know personally who are gay, but I don't feel any type of allegiance to them. I don't feel like I need to say, you know, well, if there was no man, I'd be with the woman, or sometimes I think about being with a woman. Like, it's silly to me. And the fact that he would brag about this, if it's out of the movie, thank God, because you really could have done a kiss of death on a cheek. You know, for me, I don't care what they did in history. That's what you could have done. Forehead kiss would have been a little gay, but a kiss on the cheek would have been fine. But the fact that he's sitting here, you know, they're not ready for it. No, we aren't. Thank whoever made it go to the cutting floor.
Look, having friends, family members, people I've worked with.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Out the gate, I'm thinking about Jesus and Judas. They're talking about, the kiss of death from Gladiator times. Fam, we're talking about the garden, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like the real origin, bruv, of that you know, that fake
betrayal.
kiss, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? The kiss of betrayal, bruv. So I was thinking about that out of the gate. Bruv, it's funny. These things, I find them slightly comedic. That lady, points, I guess, I resonate somewhat. We didn't need to see it. You didn't need to do it that way. You could have taken an alternative route. But the cult, this idea, bruv, that there is some secret group or some backdoor, you know, no pun intended, you know, I don't know, like party that controls the whole circuit and you must comply. I remember, what's that comedian guy's name? He used to have a foul mouth. He was in that film with Eddie Murphy, Night Professor.
Oh,
He was
Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. Obviously, I remember watching some, whether short clips a while back, some time ago, talking about how they were trying to get him to do some stuff that he didn't want to do, wearing a dress. Then he was like, oh, but it's not funny. It's not funny. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's a comedian. And when I remember hearing that conversation, and it really did make me think that, you know, something odd may legitimately be afoot in some of this, you know, some of these arenas, because we're seeing a lot of guys wearing dresses to purport what is funny, and when I've done some studies on slavery way back, there's this thing, I can't remember what the phrase is, but the slave master, I don't even want to talk about this because I don't know if children watch this, but there's a slave master would do something wrong to I have to use some vague term, do something wrong to the slave in front of his wife to demonstrate his authority over them. And it's mad, when I see some of these things here, they are liking this to that kind of behavior, you know, expressing authority over these guys by saying, yeah, I made him wear a dress. He wore a dress. I emasculated him, or whatever. And I think, bruv, it's crazy to see this kind of behavior from this guy who loads of people appreciate, look up to, consider to be a believing man as well. Some, and to see this kind of a thing, and the thing that kills it for me, all in all, bruv, is that message, that tweet. Like, oh, they were chicken, they took it out. Like, bro, like, were you chicken? That's why you participated. Like, I don't know, bruv. Like, what is it? Like, I don't, like, bruv.
Even from that, I get like, man said that they were chicken, they took it out. So you wanted us to see it?
Bruv, it's nuts.
You badly wanted us to see it? Like, it's like, and the whole thing about you wouldn't kiss Julia Roberts on set because of your wife.
Yeah.
You kiss a dude, like.
That's the thing for me. It's like, if I was talking to Denzel, I'd ask him, like, just make it make sense to me. If you did say, like the Julia Roberts stuff, if you did say you don't want to do any intercourse scenes with females, etc., what changed? What's changed in the last 15, 20, 30 years? I don't, like, did your wife say, yeah, it's cool now? Like, what's changed? I'd want to know. But
Said to him there are some tapes on him, innit?
yeah, but the thing that's interesting to me about that is like the point Ben just made about him saying they chickened out or whatever. It's like they've got you on tape. They've got the copy that can be used and leaked at any moment, but perhaps they're just like, you know what? This isn't gonna be go well for
the movie,
the fan base. No, yeah, the movie and the fan base of Denzel.
Right.
So it's like Denzel is highly respected by a lot of people, and then on top of it, like you said, like you made allusions to it, he's apparently a believer as well. So even a lot of Christians resonate and have a Denzel appeal beyond just the we used to watch these movies before we were saved. It's like Denzel seems to carry himself in a way, and he still seems to be standing 10 toes down on the right kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to me, innit? We speak a lot in these episodes about the people behind the curtain.
Right.
Who are the ones financing, funding, dictating what messages go out, etc. And when we think about that, we have to remember that obviously someone's paying Denzel.
Yep.
And Denzel's accepting money from someone. So who those people are, these agents, these managers, these film producers, etc., even they get paid by someone. So when it's time to push a certain ideology, some people, like you said, Zeeks, are going to say, like Chappelle said, no, like, I'm not interested in that. That isn't the way I'm trying to go. Other people are going to embrace it, which it seems like Denzel did in this particular scenario, where he can now say, like, yeah, I did it. I killed him 5 minutes later in the movie, like, but they chickened out. They didn't want to show it. Because they already know, like, that's the kind of thing that will tank the movie sales.
Yeah.
And they didn't spend all that money on the movie for the movie to tank.
Yeah.
So it's a shame, innit? It's sad, but at the same time, this is why we can't lift up individuals as idols. Yeah. We can't base our faith or our walk on some popular actor who's been doing the right thing or seems to have been doing the right thing for many decades, because we know at any moment anyone can change.
You know what's mad, Sobi? You know what's mad? I think you made a point just now, B, about keeping the tape on him, and it made me think he could have made that comment in an attempt to pacify what they may have decided to hold over him as something, incriminating.
He was like one of my favorite actors.
For real.
Yeah, he's always one of my favorites. He's always been one of my favorite actors. Like I liked his movies, especially like the likes of John Q and
He's done good films. He's done some really good films.
Do you know what I mean? But and then again, I never understood the concept of praising a person that much.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I never understood it. Like I get it. Like they might be able to dance, like dunk a basketball and whatnot. But at the end of it all, it's like they bleed like you bleed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm not saying I don't enjoy watching Steph Curry like hit the threes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like it's
just a man.
just a guy. Do you know what I mean? But when this whole Diddy thing came out, like I kind of had a sense, like, and you know what's nuts? He was one of the people prior to this news coming out. He was one of the people. I felt like he began, like every public appearance I saw him on, like he just took on like a different character, almost like it was too out there now kind of thing. It was
Recently
really,
or before?
yeah, like after the whole Diddy thing, because. Or maybe just like my subconscious, I don't know.
Who took on a different character? Denzel?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
As in, like, he may be on some Diddy tapes doing suspect stuff.
I started to maybe because I had, like previously kind of like, okay, cool, he's always kind of kept himself to himself kind of thing.
Yeah.
But and then after the tapes came out, or Diddy's thing came out, it was just like, maybe like I'd start to kind of like just like be suspect of every single person.
Right.
Maybe nobody was safe. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. But he was one of the people I just thought like, hopefully not you kind of thing. So when he did say that, it's like it was no surprise, man. It's like,
You were ready.
There was a lot of chatter that Denzel was one of the peeps that was speaking in a certain way against Diddy.
Yeah, at the parties. Yeah, the parties.
And he would leave the parties.
Yeah,
he would leave the parties early and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's mentioned that he's been there, and he would tell people like, leave after a certain time.
Straight.
Like, he's mentioned that he's been there.
Yeah, well known, well popularized for that, innit? Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think he was one of the people. Someone even tried to accuse him.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't think they accused him of doing anything. They just accused him of being there whilst something was being done to them.
I heard, it's funny that we're here now. So firstly, I'll say like, just out of the gate, look, since we're touching the subject, Diddy has been suspect to me since the days of Notorious B.I.G.
100.
Let me just put it out there now, yeah.
I don't even know.
Like, I'm just making, no, go on.
I don't even know how man never found him suspect.
Fam, from
Bro,
there was
a DVD. Yeah, there was a DVD.
Shiny suit, man. We used to call him that, fam.
Bruv, like there was a DVD where I think them lot, it was Diddy and the Junior Mafias. They must have been in one hotel somewhere, yeah. And it was the way that, because bruv, you know man them. Like, like if you're standing around like a group of man them, yeah, you can always spot the one that's behaving funny. Do you know what I mean? It's
Straight.
And here's the deep thing, is like when nobody says anything, that guy's got power. If you got a group of man them and there's someone that's behaving like how the man them don't behave, but nobody don't say nothing, that guy's got power. And he always used to do that.
Yeah.
So I used I was like, yo, there's something about this guy, bro. Like there's something dodgy.
I thought it was weird from day.
But I just thought he like man them, innit? I just thought.
I didn't know what it was, bruv. I just know for the minute, we really hit. But I thought he was responsible for the death of Big. I ain't even gonna lie. From the moment that he started releasing his own music, I'm like, why is this guy rapping for? Like, what is this? Like, I'm not even joking, bruv. From out of the gate, bruv. And I just watched this guy ascend, and I'm just kind of like, really? Like, this guy's still blowing and still going. Obviously, he's got some acumen or some people in his corner, whether legitimate or illegitimate, something's going on. But I was always like, this guy? Nah, not this guy. If this guy was in my ends, he's never rolling with us, man.
That's the point I'm saying.
Ever.
That's the point I'm making.
Ever, G.
But imagine him being in your ends, bro.
Nah, bruv.
But for some weird reason,
he would never be in our ends, bruv.
But this is what I'm saying.
Never, bruv.
But think
never.
about it.
There was no guy like that, bruv.
Think about it, though.
There was no guy like that, bruv. bruv, I'm telling you now, there was no guy like that in our time, bruv. After Ask the Man, there was no one ever.
No, but here's what I'm saying though, bro. So imagine, yeah, like you got all of your guys out,
Yeah.
and or you just you're in a place where like a lot of the guys look like your guys, yeah. And then this brother steps out, man's all dancing,
Yeah, funny
doing the
guys.
shakes.
They were funny.
No
Okay.
one needs.
They were funny guys in the end. They're funny guys. I don't ever remember funny guys rolling with us, man. And I think, bruv, I can't even place. If you ask me now, who's one of those funny guys, bruv, I don't remember them, bruv. I'm telling you now.
I don't know, man. He was always a funny character to me. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, man made like bouncy music. Do you know what I mean? When I was younger, like, man, I used to dance in my room to it. Do you get what I'm saying? But there was always there's something like dodgy about, man.
I don't know what I'm going for this guy. We want Denzel, weren't we? Sorry. Where was we going just now?
Well, yeah, but they've got him, bro. Like I don't care what nobody says. Because you know what's weird as well is right after that video where he's like, I almost kissed a man, said this, that, and the other. Next thing you know, he's being baptized in this.
Bro, I saw that, bro.
church.
Listen, we don't worry. We'll come on that. Next reaction
Like-
for Denzel. We'll bring that up.
Baptized and ordained to
When you-
minister.
Can you imagine? Denzel's
Yeah.
become a pastor, bro.
Bro, when you start seeing these funny actions in people, I'm telling you, man, there's something in the back.
Yeah,
Bruv.
that seemed a lot like, forget about what just happened 2 weeks ago. This is positive PR now.
I tell you the problem with that, bro. God sees everything.
Yep.
Everything. And if people haven't clocked that the prophet of the hip hop prophet, what's his name? That little guy that went on Shannon Sharp. What's his name?
Who, Charleston, what?
No.
Cat Williams.
Oh,
Cat Williams.
I
If
was
they-
about to say
if
hip-hop
they-
preacher. I was
That's
just
it.
thinking about E.T. first.
No, the prophet, bruv. The prophet, the one with the prophetic. This year is the year, whatever he was saying, bruv. But obviously, if they ain't clock from him, bruv, it's like the scriptures there, bruv. They need man like him to be telling them. But everything that's done in dark, bruv, all the secret things, bruv, they'll be blown out, bruv. These are the things people don't understand, bruv. So we speak about this from time to time. Trying to go against God is just dumb, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Trying to deceive God's people, bruv, like that's equally the same thing, bruv. And like God is the one who's judging that. So I pray, bruv, he ain't got nothing dodgy. That's where we were going before. I watched something that said there was this young lady talking about how she was like abused at some of these parties. Basically, she was talking about how Denzel and his wife was there one day. Something mad happened, and he was switching. Like saying to the guy who's locked up now, you ain't got no respect for no one. You ain't got no respect for no one. So it was just a bit mad, bruv. But who knows, bruv? Who knows? Who knows what really goes on over there?
See, we were talking in the previous video about how stuff creeps into churches. All the masonry
Come on.
this different kind of stuff. It's like Denzel just got baptized into a church
Yep.
off the backdrop of worldwide news that he was kissing a brother.
Come on.
And it's like, did they talk about that to him?
No, bruv, it was just like that. You want to get baptized in our church? Come. Or maybe he was there already. That was already the church. And they know him for what he does, bruv.
And that just shows you, innit? It's like, when you have, like, imagine if that was just another person who wasn't famous.
Yep.
Would it be the same energy? Would it be the
That's
same?
the problem, bro.
With the same situation? It's like Denzel in the kingdom in the church isn't like special compared to someone else.
Yeah.
Like everyone should be judged equally in that sense. We're both saints. So if he's doing something and someone else in that church is doing something, why would you now baptize him and say, yeah, you can actually minister?
It's a mockery, bruv. It's a mockery and partiality. It's showing partiality and it's making a mockery of the things of God, bro. It's making a mockery of the things of God. And I'll tell you what's... Okay, this is my only question on this now. I think I'm done. Has he stopped acting? Or is he going to continue acting?
We'll continue acting, I'm sure.
So he's the acting preacher now, yeah?
So he's gonna be kissing more guys.
Bruv, this is my point. So you're going to continue to go out there and act and they give you another role like this and tell you, okay, now it's getting deeper.
And this is the thing though, like it's like a lot of them don't see it. I remember one church I used to go to in Hackney, and the guy said, if you're the guy on the pulpit,
Yeah.
and said, if you're an actor, maybe God called you to be an actor. Maybe you can kiss somebody. I said, no, not my wife.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, my wife ain't doing that. It's like, I don't care. But people view these things as normal. Like that's just the
acting,
role.
Ben, isn't it? That's just acting.
You mean,
That's what
you
I'm
mean,
gonna say.
you mean it's just lying?
It's just acting.
It's just lying, yeah?
Yeah, just lying.
What's the difference between acting and lying?
It's not real.
What's the difference between acting and lying, bro?
The difference between acting and lying is that they're telling you that they're lying.
Oh my days. That's crazy, man. Wow.
Bruv, I would be reevaluating my membership to that church, bruv. I'd be having serious words with the pastor and the eldership, bruv. What do you mean you're trying to tell my sister, my daughter, my wife, my brethren, that they can go somewhere, act, and be lip-syncing people, bruv?
And then they come back
adultery.
They come back to their yard, just sleep next to you like it's nothing.
Because lip-syncing someone else saying adultery, right?
Isn't it?
I'm asking. That's what, bruv. That was rhetorical.
I feel you.
No, I said that was not rhetorical. That's what I was saying.
It's not just intercourse.
Bruv, that's what I'm saying. It's like we're talking about faithfulness, unfaithfulness, aren't we, bruv? That's what we're talking about, bruv. That's a mad thing, bruv. I'm telling you now.
If I would say it in jest, maybe I shouldn't, innit? Like certain times I think to myself, I'm laughing about things that I shouldn't be laughing about. But if you tell someone it's not cheating on your husband, it's not cheating on your wife, it's just what state. We spoke about this in part 1 of the Lecrae series of videos, where it's like, if you are a Christian, you are a Christian before everything else.
Come on.
So wherever you go, whatever you do, you're representing your king. So you don't get to say, oh, you know what, well, I was on the basketball court.
That's right.
Or I was on the plane, or I was recording in the studio. That there's no area in life where you say, oh, Christianity is on pause for a second.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go somewhere and then I'm gonna come back. Like, no. God demands everything that you have.
Every crevice of your life.
And I'll just say it again, as we like to say, that doesn't mean you go about and you're preaching 24/7 or anything along those lines. But what it does mean is you're representing someone. And to represent means to show again. So how are you going to be in a certain environment and be like, yeah, I'm not going to show again the God that I'm serving. Like, God shows who he is everywhere he is.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to represent that. And obviously, we're not perfect. And we are going to make mistakes. But there's a major difference between intentionally making a mistake, taking an action, and doing something in the moment by mistake and repenting, like truly repenting from it and saying, you know what, yeah, I made a mistake there. I'm changing my way, etc. Instead of, okay, yeah, like these are just things we can do, etc. And if you say stuff, oh, you're judging me, blah, 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 etc. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, no, God is judging you.
Would you classify that or describe that as an unconscious conscious, what you just described just now? Where that contravention happens unconsciously. That's even worse, actually, when I think about it. I was just pondering deeper on what you're saying, but
yeah, man. So it's a shame, isn't it? Like, obviously, we all have watched Denzel movies, like rated Denzel for a long time.
Yeah,
but yeah,
he really knows how to assume a character.
Yeah,
that's the thing you have to be careful with as well with actors, especially good actors. You don't know when they're acting and when they're actually not acting.
Yeah, that's right.
So they could be they get paid to play a role. So when are they playing a role and when are they not playing a role?
I was talking to Sister Kat the other day about this guy. I guess this is a perfect time to segue into this. I came across this guy's video a couple of years ago, I guess. When mukbangs were big, mukbang, yeah? So this guy, huh? Who's the guy?
What's that?
Mukbang is where they eat food in front of the camera, basically. So you sit, like, you just buy something, you just put it on, and they just eat, make a video out of it, basically. Sometimes they live stream it. Other times it's just food that they've bought and they record in front of the camera and then they upload it. And it was big. Like, people, one chick was going to KFC, buying food, sitting there in front of the camera, eating the food, and she was blowing up, bruv, on the internet, basically.
Yeah, fam.
For real. Listen, bro.
Even some big people, like,
Bruv.
were doing it. And
yeah. I used to watch, there's one chick
enough.
I used to watch with, me and Say used to watch Mummy Tang. And she used to cook, she would cook the food. And then she'd eat the food, basically. And bro, I think YouTube mashed up our whole family. That was nuts.
Taking you on that journey, boy.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, I think that was her name, Mummy Tang, something like that. But she YouTube mashed up her family. I think her and her husband had some issues. But where was I going? So this guy, bruv, I can't remember his name. It's something Avocado, I think his name. Something Avocado. It might be Nick, maybe Avocado. This is years ago. I watched this guy, and I'm telling the cat about this guy, and he was just eating, bruv. I just came across the video one time. I was like, okay, cool. Another mukbang person. Ducked it. So came back like months later. I happened to see this guy again on the internet, and this guy had put on massive amount of weight, bro. The guy, and I don't know what the videos I came across, the guy was kind of acting foolish, acting a little bit like he was operating as like unnatural and all that as well. But this guy's still doing his mukbangs and everything. So this is a couple months later, or a couple years, maybe even a year later, I don't even know. So I think it was a couple months ago, now if that, a couple weeks back, I came across a video. So I was like, oh, this guy's still about. So I watched this video, and bruv, the guy had gone through a massive weight loss transformation. This probably, might have to chop this, might be another video, but he's gone through a massive weight loss transformation, basically. So this guy, bruv, essentially for about a year, he's revealing his journey. So he basically said he was like one of these, I can't remember the word, but he's one of these actors, basically. Like one of these actors who do theatre and that kind of stuff. And he said, he never really, I think he wanted, either he had one and didn't get more theatre gigs, or he really wanted to do a theatre gig where you can really kind of assume a person and just like do that show for time. So the guy said that when he started his mukbangs, let me tell you the end first. So basically, for about a year, this guy recorded videos of himself. Like he normally has a normal schedule, drops videos weekly. So I think he was like double or triple recording, bro, for like a year. So then throughout this period, he was still dropping videos normally. So people thought he was still big, like big. But in the background, the guy was cutting weight. But every day dropping videos like he was this same big dude, basically. And these are videos he recorded like a year before, bro, basically. Man, listen. So the guy was like, from the beginning of his channel, he decided he was going to do this. He said he wasn't getting fat, like he was assuming the character. He said he wanted to perform. So what he did was he identified this character he wanted to become, and he started to engage. And I think for those people were loving him. Like when he started to get loads of fat, he has one of these, those things. Cause man's so big, he would ride around on one of these scooters things, yeah, basically, and act really like, bro. He acts really proper. He acts foolish, bro, really foolish. But he's now said he was assuming the character. So what he started to do was show clips from his video, and in his video he would say, I can't remember the phrase. There's a phrase he would say, something like it was like a Easter egg, basically, in the videos. And then he'd also say, oh, don't worry, when I get to X age, I'm going to lose all the weight. When I get to X age, I'm going to lose all the weight. When I get to, you guys think I'm joking? And he's eating stuff, bruv, pouring honey on his head, acting stupid, bruv. He's like, when I get to X age, is his clocking. Man's like, I'm going to lose all the weight, I'm going to lose all the weight, bruv. So man was doing all this thing, and the long and the short of it was, bruv, basically, it was all an act. It was a good, just to your point, it was a great big act. Nobody knew, like, I think, some of his close friends, they said they knew, yeah, we knew he's a genius. You don't know this guy. Like they knew what man was on. I think that's more than genius. That's something dangerous, bruv, really. But man went through this whole period, of a couple years, ramping up, channel blew up, had about 2-3 channels, doing all these things, like, bruv, making a paper, assuming this identity, and then began to reclaim himself in the background. So in this video I was watching, he was mager. And man was like telling the story, doing his mukbang with his little McDonald's, and he was now picking it very gently, talking to you about it. I don't think he finished it. I'm sure man dashed that in the bin. I said, when the camera's off, this guy's throwing that in the bin. He ain't doing what he used to do before now. And he said, yeah, I'm still gonna do mukbangs and this and that. But I'm telling you guys now, man, listen, Bobs, man showed so many clips. And I tell you what's sick about this guy. So what he did was, I think he was like part 1 on one channel. He goes, if you want more of the story, come to my other channel. Part 2, he linked to it. If you want more of my story, go to my other channel. Part 3. Like, the guy took people on a real journey, bruv, to unveil this massive plot that he had from the beginning, bruv. And you know what? Bruv, he did it. Bruv, he did it. Like, everything he said, it appears, everything he said he was going to do, bruv, he did. So actors, as you just rightly said, can be dangerous, bruv. You don't know when they're acting and when they're not acting. So it's important to deal with.
I think like that about just random people.
No, bruv, and I think
that's even more so though about actor.
Yeah, because they have a strong
the better the actor
command.
is, the more they could actually
but that's what I'm saying. So
convince you.
So exactly. So say someone like that who's willing to do that, to us, that's not normal. Do you know what I mean? And it's like you'll look at that and you'll say, there's something wrong with this guy's head. So oftentimes I think of people that I know and I think that person could have something in the background, but in front of you, they're able to just like shut it off.
Present differently, yeah.
You have no idea that the whole time, it's like, that's how comes you can hear. I watched a story one time of one girl, she had a friend. I think she might have been, I can't remember where she was from. She was like, pretty girl. She had a friend, they're both black, and the friend was like darker than she was. And they were friends for ages. Bro, one day, she's walking through a train station. She's going to meet that same friend, I believe. She's walking through a train station. Someone walks up to her with a hijab and dashes acid on her face. Burns her face, bro. Like her face. But when they look back, it was her friend.
Wow.
So the whole time they were together.
Mad thing.
Like, they go out together, they laugh together,
Mad
they do this
thing.
together, they do that together. Never spotted a thing.
That's wicked, bro. That's evil, fam.
That's what I'm saying.
That's evil.
So-
Is that I heard a girl talking about something like that a couple of weeks back. Is that the one where they said the handbag gave her away or something?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I heard them talking. I didn't like. They're going in on the conversation. Something.
Yeah.
There was an attack, a brethren. Something. When they came into the police station, it's had the same handbag or something like
Yeah.
that, or
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
gate. Her walk had the same gate or something like that, or something like that.
Her walk and her handbag or something like that gave her away. Or
That's
whatever.
nuts, bro.
But the whole time she didn't suspect nothing, bro.
Mm.
And can you imagine, like, you're around someone, you hate them, but you're able to act.
That's evil, bro. That's evil, bro.
You know what I mean? Act, and that person has, like, don't even notice any difference.
And they blame people when they want to keep small circles, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, bruv, you got to protect yourself. The Bible says anyway, we should guard our hearts, bruv. So, I mean,
Diligence.
come on, bruv.
The thing with him, like, going to the church or whatever, like, hopefully they're taking him in to be able to, actually show him the Bible, teach him the Bible, and this is how.
Bruv, you do that before you become a pastor, though, bruv. You can't. This is the thing that gets me. You're a big musician. You come to the church, they put you on the worship team. Like you're I don't know, like, you know what I mean? It goes again and again and again. Like, you're big in the world. They like, come in and just like do this in the church, bruv. Though I understand that there's skills that are transferable, that's cool. But, there are spiritual things that are equally more important than your natural ability. Yeah. Oh, but the church really needs an accountant. Oh, the church really, I understand all those things. But if that person has a wicked heart of deception, bruv, they could do more damage to the church in the long term than good. Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like we need to do things under the leading of the Spirit, excuse me. It's like, bruv, you got to do things under the guidance of God, bruv, because otherwise you find yourself in trouble.